Okay guys, let's start with a new video about offset and eval. Okay, so on the previous video we had the production set and the development set. I cloned the development to production with the entire hierarchy. So I have the development gateway API and apps child set, and in production the same. If I go to the grid, you can see that I have the env key that doesn't have any value on the root set but has a value on the development set, which means that the value of the development inherits to the API app and gateway of the development. In production, I also have the value, and it get inherited into the API app and gateway. Great. Now I want to offset new values. For example, let's add API port, right? In the CFGU, I can have a lot of configurations to help me define the value of this key. For example, I can mention that this is a required property, and you can also have a test. For example, let's say that this $value should be greater than 1000, lower than when we go to assign the values, we can choose any set we like. For example, development. You can see that it has a inline validation. In per thousand, it will work. Let's do it and in the production set. Use the same for 1100 maybe. Offset. Now we have the API port in both development and production. Great. If you go to the grid, we can see that we have an API port. It has a 4000 in dev and in all of the child sets, and in production we have 4100 that gets inherited into all of the child production sets. Now after we did this API port, let's add another app to add it to the development and also to the production as well. Using 3000, it's absurd, and now we have 3 environment variables into our project. Now we can use the eval. By the way, eval is a command that you can use using the configure CLI, which is basically better if you want to implement the development process or using the CI/CD. You can choose any set. From the UI, you can only choose one set, but using the CLI, you can choose multiple sets, and the CLI will merge all of the values coming from different sets into one value file. The file can have different formats. For example, you can export a .env format, and you can also use Terraform values or any YAML or specifically Helm values or Kubernetes config map. You can also hide empty values if there is a value that doesn't have any key, doesn't have any value on it. You can see that when I choose development app, I'm getting basically in my example, I'm getting all of my values from development, which is a parent set of development app, and I don't need to set the development app specifically, which is basically come in handy. From the UI, you can download the file itself, you can copy or to use it, or you can basically use the CLI to run the same command from the terminal, and this feature we will see on my next video. So stay tuned and walk with me to the next video. Thanks a lot.